Hey everybody, it's Scott O'Mato back for episode 14 of my Thaumcraft 1 Let's Play. Hope everybody's having a great day. Guys, I'm having a super day. I have had a lot of fun playing in this pack. So I've done a lot of stuff between episodes, guys. I've got our outside of our building pretty much finished here. I have snow on the roof, which looks really cool, I think, especially from a distance. Put a little pieces of snow along here as well, just sporadic little things. I built a symbol into here, just kind of some abstract thing, looks kind of cool. I put glowstone caps on each one of these, so that's super nice to have glowstone along there. And I did finish the front of this, guys. So the front of this is done. It looks really cool. Glowstone caps there. Everything's filled in with the double slabs, a nice shape to that. So it looks really, really cool, I think, guys. A little window up there. Now let's go ahead and go inside and take a look and see what we got, because I have done a bit of decorating in here. So this is the front entrance, and when you go in, you're going to see the staircase there. Put a little carpet along here. Just have, a little bit of wood and mix with cobble. It gives it a nice entryway kind of feel. You could get an archway with the magic slabs. The magic slabs are literally the best block that I've played with in forever. So I could get kind of a banister feel along here. Again, this is the double cobblestone, and there is from the Decoratives mod a block called the Fancy Stone, and it's basically the top of the double stone on all four sides. So it's really useful for an accent. So I have our wall going here. Front door with the glowstone caps, little rug right there. Got some bare machines and storage going here. A couple paintings. This is where my bed is right here. So we got nice little kind of alcove or whatever for the bedroom. Let's go and sleep. And I think it looks really, really nice, guys, and it befits our wealth at this point, I think. So that's the main room. The Thaumcraft room over here, it's pretty bare at this point, but I've got a crucible and an infuser. But look at this piping, guys. Where does that go? Upstairs, of course. So we go upstairs here. This is the upstairs area, and guys, look at these beams. Look at the beams that you can do with the magic blocks. Oh, so cool. And look, guys, we've got a first node network for the Thaumcraft storage, for V storage. So I have 9 of the nodes, and you could connect them together in a cube like that. I have room for more. You could put them at cross points. You just can't put them next to each other. They have to have a conduit in between them. So I've got several places here in the center that I could put. I think I could get at least 6 more in there just for storage. But then I have the piping running over and down into the area over here. And I have a valve on here. For some reason, I want to shut it on and off. And guys, we have the makings of a portal. And that's what we're going to do in this episode, is open this portal. And it is a transfer network between your same labeled symbols, labeled portals within the same dimension. So they have a network on them. I'll explain all that. But you can have, you can't travel between dimensions, but you can have portal networks set up per dimension to where each one is internal to that dimension. So that's what we're going to do in this episode. But guys, I want to go over some of the details here, look at kind of like the crown molding and stuff that you're able to do. I think the mix of wood and cobble looks really nice in here with a bit of the wool. These worked out really well to connect the beams to it. Again, you could get this kind of banister type feeling, but a little bit more elaborate, almost marble-ish type thing. Looks super nice. Again, you could do, like I said, the archway type feel with glowstone inset in it. And you could do a crown molding kind of thing, which looks really cool with the wood behind it. And you can see it does shapes along the corners. So guys, magic blocks is so awesome. And see, I could mold it into wood to give kind of a headboard type feel. They're just so incredibly versatile. They are just very, very versatile. So this just gives me a little area to do crafting and what have you. And so, guys, I am super happy with how this looks. It looks really, really beautiful, I think. So this is, I can't say it's what I actually imagined, because the inside I kind of just left up to intuition of creating it as I go. Of course, I knew there'd be 2 stairs and a higher area. I did want this height of the ceiling because that was one of the points that I knew I was going to put a node in here, which is why we moved to another base to create that high area that we needed for that. So anyway, super happy with that. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and produce the items that we're going to need for this episode. I've got us a couple of blank symbols and some blank runes that we're going to use, and we are going to craft what's called a void symbol. All right, we're going to make a couple of them because you need to make them in pairs, and they are what goes on to the portal, okay, to the portal at the top, and connects it to a network. And then you put a rune inside of it. You can, the rune of the material, so we'll make gold runes for this example, determines the key for that portal of what other portals it can connect to, okay? And so that's how you bridge them together, these portals, all right, with that. So basically, we are going to need to create some nitor and alumentum. Even from the first version of Thaumcraft, those were crafting items that you would use, all right? So basically, if you, let me get my book here so that we can see the description of them and how that works. Go to the end here, all the pages. Okay, so alumentum, all right, it uses an item called an infusion mold, which we'll need to make, and coal. All right, so infusing coal in a mold imbues it with mystical power, allowing it to power a furnace for much longer than normal coal. Alumentum can be infused multiple times, each time increasing its power and burn time. So you need to run it through multiple times. So this gives us a good automation possibility in the future if we want to produce this. Now then there's nitor, and nitor is not like in later versions. It's not a placeable block that's a light source or anything like that. It's mainly just a crafting ingredient, but you use the infusion mold and glowstone dust. All right, it says like coal, glowstone dust can be infused multiple times, turning it into increasingly potent nitor. Oddly enough, more V can be extracted from nitor in a crucible than it costs to infuse it in the first place. There must be some way to profit out of this odd feature. So that might be another way we can produce V. We may play with that as an automation possibility in the future. Okay, pretty cool. But what we need to produce to make the void symbol is the Arcane Singularity. So you take an Arcane Singularity, a stabilized one, and you use it along with the blank rune to get the void symbol. All right. That is Incandescent Nitor, which is the highest level of Nitor, and then Incandescent Argumentum. So combining Nitor and Argumentum in an infuser results in a horribly unstable and dangerous orb. If you are silly enough to make this, then it's probably best to throw it away as soon as possible. Right-clicking will make sure it is thrown quite far. Remember to stand back when you do this, as the results are quite spectacular. I have heard that it is possible to stabilize the Singularity with an infusion mold. All right, so we need to stabilize one. But that just seems to make it more dangerous. All right, so pretty cool little lore, which, as I said, and I want to reemphasize that Thaumcraft, this is the first version, the first series of Thaumcraft, and you can already see the talent. I mean, you can see it in the graphics, and the way the descriptions and stuff are made, and the animations and stuff. Very, very cool that you could see that Azanar was very talented right from the very beginning. Okay, so guys, let's go ahead and start to produce these items. I should have what I need in my inventory. Ultimately, we're going to produce 2 of the runes and 1 of the stabilized singularities, or singularity, an unstable one. All right, so I want to also show you how this network works, because it's really cool. So we're going to get out some of the solidified V that we've been producing, and we're going to dump one of those into the crucible here. Okay, you can see it goes in, and you can see the particles flow through the piping. So let's go upstairs and check it out, because it's really, really impressive. You can see all the V flowing through the pipes all into the network, and it just kind of selectively chooses. I don't know if it tries to balance them out or whatever, but it just flows through and tries to find nodes for it to store in. Then of course, if a node's full, it'll pick another one. But that particle animation looks super cool. It really does, man. So this is highly advanced stuff for Minecraft 1.1. It looks just really good. So as an art, man, dude's a genius. So anyway, that is very, very cool. So that should get us enough. It'll pull from the network as needed. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, but like if you stand on this guy, it will hurt you. Okay, this will damage you. I guess it'll damage mobs too. But we need to pipe these two together. We've just been using them next to each other up to this point, which works fine. But if you want to draw from a node network like that, then you need to have conduits on each one of them. So when the infuser here requests items or needs V, it'll pull it from the network, right? And this will push it into the network. This never really fills. This is just an out and that's an in, all right? Pretty much. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our infusions. We want to first do the Argumentum, so we're going to put in coal, and we're going to put, we need to first make the Arcane Mold, guys. Let's do that. Let's just look for mold. Mold. Yeah. And that's the English spelling, I guess. I think some people spell it with a U in it. But we need to make 2 bowls, and then we have a V crystal. So I'm going to make a couple bowls here. Should have planks on me. Yeah, let's see if we can find some bowls. Yeah, right here. Okay. And then we just needed a V crystal, which I do have. Here, I have some in my inventory though, so not a biggie. So we should be able to pull that out actually. Here it is, the Infusion Mold. All right. And it's like the tinkering tools in that it can be used multiple times, but it just uses up durability. All right. But it can be used multiple times. So again, we'll probably look at some automation to produce these. So with the Infusion Mold and a piece of coal, we'll get our first level of Argumentum. So that's the glimmering Argumentum. All right. Put it back in again, run it again. So, you could see in automation, you'd want these chained together or whatever. You'll get the glowing Argumentum, or just a Buildcraft feeding it in and out or something. We may do it. Incandescent Argumentum is the last level, and that's the highest level of it. All right, so that's what we'll need for the crafting. So let's go ahead and do a piece of glowstone dust as well. Same way, using the Infusion Mold, we'll get our glimmering nitor. Then we'll get the next level. You can see V is being pulled down as it's needed into there. Very cool. And that will get us the glowing, and then our last stage for the incandescent. So it gets brighter and brighter each time, is how it's described. It's brighter. All right, so we're infusing that, and now we have the incandescent. Now, I suppose we'll go ahead and produce our next level here, where we have to infuse these two together to get our unstable singularity. All right, so putting the two together, and the Argumentum needs to be on top. All right, and so you can see V's being drawn, and it will produce the unstable arcane singularity. Now, this guy again, it's what it says, unstable. We'll demonstrate that stuff later. But at first, let's go ahead and make our void symbol. So we put the first we have to stabilize it. Yeah, first we have to stabilize. So this is kind of like an alchemical process. We stabilize it with the Infusion Mold. So it runs back through again. So this could be a very complex, automated crafting chain that might be fun to produce. We don't really need multiples of them. Well, we do for different portals. Right now, we don't need really multiples of them too much. But there we go. That produces the stabilized arcane singularity. All right. Now, so this guy then infuses with one of the blank symbols. Okay. And that one uses a lot of V. I'm not sure how much I actually have in the network. I didn't put a bunch in, so I'm going to actually put more in just to be sure we have enough. Okay, so that is working. Takes a little while, uses quite a bit of V for that. It's drawing from here, so I don't want to overfill it. So it'll prioritize what's next to it, I assume, first, before it goes off into the network. Yeah, not sending V. Yeah, because it's done, so it'll prioritize what's next to it first. That's cool. So now we have the void symbol, and we need to produce 2 of those because, again, everything goes in pairs. All right, so basically we just need to go through that whole crafting process again. I guess we'll do the Networrk first. That's fine. I'll go ahead and do the 2 of them. All right, so there's our first 2. For that, glimmering, and then glowing. These don't take much V, and they move pretty fast. Processing. All right, incandescent. Okay, there's both of those. All right, now let's do our coal. Okay, so there's the glimmering argumentum. It's even quicker, it appears, than the Networrk. So make sure we have plenty of V in the Networrk. There's that. And this is the last stage. We might run out of V there. I'm definitely going to need it for the other craftings. So let's let it go there. Okay, so there's the incandescent. All right, so now we just want to combine those 2 together. With the argumentum on top. Okay, so run those 2 together. Gets us a couple of unstable ones. There we go. Okay, now we need, I'm going to keep one of the unstable ones out, and we want to stabilize this with the Arcane Mold. So we run it through again. Yep. All right, that gets that guy. And so then I'll just infuse it with the remaining, or the remaining blank symbol here. Yep, that should work. I'm going to put a little bit more V into the Networrk since I got a lot of it. And we do have a pretty good amount of storage. I just want to put 2 in at a time though. Remember, 2 of these will give you 80% fill on that. This one doesn't have any, it's a redstone one, but it's not hooked up to turn off or anything. So let's let that create. Nice. All right, so now we've got the pair of void symbols. Now we want to take and make 2 gold runes. It doesn't have to be gold. It can be redstone, lapis, flint, and diamond. All right, but we're going to do gold, and that'll be our key for, the first network of gold. All right, that's fine. I'll go ahead and put this last one in here just so I have some extra in this system here. And let's go and check out and see how the storage up here looks. Yeah, see, we've been pretty empty, so we're using it quite fast. So in between episodes, I'll fill a lot of these up. We won't be doing huge amounts of crafting here, so let's go ahead and sleep. And then we'll activate this portal up here, okay? So that'll be our first thing we'll do, is get this portal activated. And I've decorated around it. I'm assuming that's not a problem, but we'll see. We'll see really quickly here. So put our symbol over the portal. Has to be in this location. The portal has to be of this shape. Yeah, and it opened up just fine. Very cool. So it has to be this obsidian in this, whatever, square rectangular shape here. All right. So it's kind of like another portal, but it definitely has to be like that. All right. So we'll put our gold in the middle of that, and that keys it to this Networrk. Now let's go ahead and go to our other base. Fly over there quickly and set up our portal there. All right, so it's about 450 blocks away. In the meantime, we can go ahead and play with the other unstable. Yeah, right here would be fine. Yeah, let's take the unstable Singularity that we have right here. Okay, and again, you can toss it by right-clicking. So throw it right there. Bounces. Look at that. That animation is cool. And look how it's sucking in. Oh, it'll suck you in too. Yeah. So he already at the very first versions had the basis for like hungry nodes almost in his very first code. That is really cool. Again, the guy's brilliant. All right, so let's go back to the base here. And we'll get our stuff in. Home sweet home back over here. Again, now it'll be super easy to travel between bases. It's not a far distance, but you know, that's not the point. Point is for us to create more bases, and we're actually going to create yet another base and maybe a couple more in the desert is our next target. All right, so here we are back at the original homestead, and let's go ahead and get our portal activated over here. All right, so I've got it set up. The room's not decorated or anything like that. Yeah, so we'll this will be our portal here, and then we'll got places for more for future growth and planning. And then I'll clean all this stuff out, make it look nice. All right, so let's get this guy fired up. Should work. Oh, we need a source of V for it. I'm just going to get a portable node for right now. I'm going to have to run probably from over here. So we have that. So that's not within range. Yeah, let's get a portable node. Let's see. So we have this, and we just need a node. Let's see, I have one node. I don't appear so it takes 4 of these conduits. Of course I have 3. So those are just glass panes and a redstone. So let's see, I have all that. So let's get 4 glass panes, a piece of redstone. Okay, get those guys produced. So yeah, 8 conduits. All right, and then from there we can get a node. All right, and then the node we take and mix it with the solidified V to get a portable node. Now this thing uses quite a bit of V, so I'll have to set up some of the infrastructure and stuff on this side to be able to feed it V, especially if you have multiple portals that we're using quite frequently. All right, this is where your V really comes, into play. So I suppose it doesn't really matter. I'll just put it right there. And that should give it the V that it needs to open up. All right. And so we should be able to walk right through. Let me key it to that. Don't forget to do that. Key it to that network. So now the gold network is a 2-way place from one to the other. So boom. Yes. And it's instantaneous. That is what is so cool about it. Now it uses V every time it does that. Got to be aware of that. So see, we're out of V here, so it turns off. So you've got to be sure that you've got a solid V production network on each side. So that's why I have this big storage. I'll fill this up in between. Then on the other side, I'll set up the infrastructure for that. But anyway, very, very cool, guys. And like I say, the way that this was planned, looks like there's some good possibilities for automation if you wanted to produce these, which why not? That's the whole point of this Let's Play, is building and using Thaumcraft and automating it and stuff. So anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you like the base. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm very, very happy with it, so I hope you are too. This is Scott O'Mato. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.